I wanted to talk about how teachers will bully your children. Marquise told me, and
And they
he
do. As a
mentioned
teacher,
me a
I can
couple
say
of
that that shit is
times.
true.
He mentioned it to me a couple of times. I never personally experienced it, and I didn't know anybody who experienced it, so I didn't know things like this went on until he told me. He
Mm-hmm.
had a teacher in sixth grade who used to constantly tell him pretty much he wasn't gonna be shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember him telling me a story one time. I think she asked a question and he raised his hand to try to answer the question. And she was like, put your hand down. You don't know the answer. Like you don't know what you're talking about. So don't I'm not even about to and she would constantly do that to him and say little things like that to him. And then through him, I don't know if it was through social media. I started hearing more stories because the way social media be spying on your conversations is crazy. But I started seeing more stories of guys saying that. Like you had, and even with the rappers, Meek Mill mentioned it. But these old women, these older teachers who tell these little boys, you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
do nothing. You ain't gonna go nowhere. The thing that's so disturbing about that is I don't know how many parents were actually aware that their sons were being talked to in that way
And not
when
just
they
the
were
sons, the
in
daughters too.
school. Because Marquis never
Unfortunately.
mentioned that going on to his mother. And I'm sure there were several other children who never really said, "Hey, my teacher is saying these things to me." Because also back then it was also still a little bit of a culture of whatever the adult says goes.
Mm-hmm.
He also had experiences where an adult would come to his mother and say, "Oh, well, he acted out. He did X, Y, Z," and either it
And the
didn't
parent will
happen
believe it.
or
Mm-hmm.
she extremely exaggerated the situation, and his mother would believe the teacher because the teacher was the adult. So
Mm-hmm.
I could understand children not going to their parents and say, "Hey, this teacher's bullying me. Like she's saying these things to me," because our
Yeah, they
parents
can't do that
back
now.
then, it was still the culture of, "Oh well, I don't believe you. I don't believe you because you the kid and she the adult. So you must have
Mm-hmm.
did what she's saying you doing," which is crazy. And the thing about teachers who do that, you don't know what a lot of these children be dealing with at home,
Yeah, like
whether it be abuse or stress or whatever. I'm dealing with adult type shit at my house, and then I gotta come here and be abused and insulted by you. Like that's crazy. Cause now and then they
a
want
space that is supposed to be safe for children.
yes, like this is a learning environment. There is a major culture of bullying in the South
Yeah.
with these teachers down here. These teachers really be treating these children crazy down here.
I'm not surprised by that just because of the
Yeah.
fact, just for the fact that things, and I've never lived in the South, mind you, so I might be speaking off turn. I'm sorry to any Southerners. They say that Maryland is
Mm-hmm.
not the South, so I can say what the fuck I want.
Right.
Sorry. I
No.
find that anything that has anything to do with anything even remotely oppressive, they are there for that in the South. And it's because it's bred. It's almost as
Mm-hmm.
if it's got passed down from generation to generation to generation.
Yes.
And I pray that we'll all be free. We as the niggas. Now, I'm in school for adult education.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting my master's in right now is adult education. And it's interesting because in my education class that we were taking, that I'm taking this semester that I'm about to get an A on. Yep, yep. Um, I don't know if that's true or not. I pray that it is. But in the
We're gonna.
class, one of the things that they talked about, one of the barriers for adult education is trauma that
Mm-hmm.
comes from a educational setting.
Right.
And it just presents when people don't think about how they treat children in school even up until their 12th grade year, they don't think
Mm-hmm.
about the fact that you are sending people out into the world with hurt,
Yeah.
and you're sending people out into the world with a decreased love for learning.
Yep.
And if that's something that you've done as a teacher, bitch, you belong in jail.
Yeah.
You belong
'Cause-
in prison because you have been a part of our society becoming
mhm.
illiterate and ignorant
Mm-hmm.
willfully, you're part of the reason why people don't want to believe teachers anymore when they're telling people that their kids is doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing, because you're impacting people's lives and you're not even gonna be alive much longer. I mean, like older people, like you older and you out here really, you know what,
Yeah.
you about to retire soon. You mean the shit to
Mm-hmm.
these kids that you about to retire. Just retire.
Mm-hmm.
Don't,
And
if
you
you
know.
feel like you're tired, if you don't want, if you're not happy with your career, if you feel like it's just too much, leave
Mm-hmm.
that field. The moment where you start
Mm-hmm.
treating kids bad, you become a bully and you're a villain and you gotta go.